Very special welcome to another beautiful day right here. It is TalkSport live on global television. That time of the day has come when we'll tell you what's happening from the world of sport. It's a beautiful time beginning from the Confederation Cup. How is it going? Where is the next destination of our own brother, the African Footballer of the Year, former African Footballer of the Year, because of course he handed over to his own brother. I'm talking about Victor Osimhen, who is playing his trade right now in Atlanta. But then, where is going to be his next destination? It appears as if a lot of clubs are coming for him right now. Moving away from there, we will also be talking about the second leg of the game between Real Madrid and Arsenal. Once beaten, twice shy. Is Real Madrid coming up with something different this time? All of that will be left on the table for you to decide. My name is Ramsey Enoch, and of course, it is time to talk sport, and I'm not alone on Talk Sport right here. As a matter of fact, I have my guest joining me on Talk Sports today. You know how we do it. We bring it to the table, we dissect it, we analyze it. You do your own from that axis, we do ours from here. It is all about you and us right here. It's good to have, he is a coach, not just a coach, he is also a sport analyst, and he has made a lot of mark in the world of sport, and of course, he is someone to reckon with. I have joining me on Talk Sports this special day, Mr. Peter. Well, his name is Peter Augustine Enando. It's good to have you join us this morning on Talk Sports.
You're welcome. I appreciate that.
Well, how has it been? How has it been from the world of sports?
You know, sport is everyday thing. Something we see every day, something we hear every day, and it's just like inside of us every day. So sport, I feel sport is for everybody to know. If you are less busy, you try to watch sports. So you while away your time.
There are some persons that no matter how busy they are, when it's time for sports, they seem to suspend everything to go for sports. Some even put their money in there.
Yes, that's why I tell you, sport is everyday thing for everybody.
Everyday thing.
You know, that's one of the part, due to the fact of the way things are working now, you try to while away your time with sport. So it's something you just want to be carnal with every day.
All right, it's good to have you join us today. Let's talk sport a little bit. I'm taking you to the Confederation Cup right away. Let's just let our fans out there know that Benden Insurance and Enugu Rangers will be rekindling another rivalry again from the Federation Cup. Former champions Benden Insurance and Enugu Rangers will light up the Lagos waterfront on Nikon, and that's going to be happening on Wednesday in what is arguably the star match of the round of 16 of the men's competition of this year's President's Confederation Cup. This is what the people do all the time to see who got the talent and who is supposed to grow up the ladder. The two teams, as I speak with you, they were involved in two of the most memorable final matches of Nigeria's cup competition in its 80-year history, with honor shared in 1978. That's far long time ago. Should I calculate? That's about 45 to 46 years ago. And in 1998, the competition was then held the Challenge Cup. The Benin Assaulter, apart the book that to shock the nations of football fraternity by Sparkling Rangers 3-0. Another rivalry is coming again. These two people, but then well, they call it the President's Cup. They call it Federation Cup. Sometimes we have Governor's Cup. You are a coach, yes. So you can come up today and say Coach Endo's Cup and all of that. And the essence of this competition is actually to look out for talent. People, times like this, a lot of people come, they hunt these players, and the ones that are good, they pick them out of it. So, what do you think about this Federation Cup, the Governor's Cup, the other league matches that we have at the grassroots level? So we're looking at the importance of grassroots right now, grassroots as sports.
You see, it's only when we start getting it right, then we'll talk about the grassroots. Because football in Nigeria, we try to forget about the grassroots, which I feel with this kind of competition like this Challenge Cup, they're calling it now, I think it's try to bring back memory back. So when you talk about this cup now, you try to feel, you can imagine that this game was played years back. Me and you were never born then, if I'm not mistaken, because I was not born then. So bringing this cup now to Wednesday that we're going to feel this same team. Bender Insurance is actually an old history. These are people that have played. Most of those players that played those years, then, I'm not sure some of them are even alive. Even if they're alive, they're old now. Do you understand? So I feel it's a memory match that everybody wants to go in and watch. It's a match that brings back memories. For those who are still alive, who remember that year, who want to believe like. Now we're talking about the grassroots. Grassroots is where the birth of football comes in. Do you understand? We tend to forget, just for instance, if we're raising on a 17 team to represent the World Cup, we're supposed to have this team. After under 17, you graduate to under 20, under 23 to the Super Eagles. But here we lost out all those things, where you find out that the same team that played under 17, you hardly find them to the next round. Is that how you see one player there? Okay, the likes of Osimhen, how many of them are still in the national team now? So I think if we go back to the grassroots, we'll try to figure out this thing, how to groom this set of players. Because you can't tell me 2009, our under 17 won the World Cup, 2009, and where could you find the same team of players? Nowhere. Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right, that's it. Well, continuity is the most important thing right here. We need to continue. Let these guys grow up the ladder. Now, there is a situation, and NFF is saying, if you're an ex-coach and we are on you, come out. You know, well, may his gentle soul rest in peace, the chairman himself, Christian Chukwu, who just passed on. And of course, after his passing, a lot of people, a lot of comments, you know, sometimes if you look at sport in Nigeria, you see our legends. You know, I remember how some of our legends have died very poor. These are people that made waves for Nigeria in times past. We just lost one now, Christian Chukwu, and a lot of things going on social media and everywhere. And as I speak with you, the Nigerian Football Federation have now challenged former coaches. If you are a coach of any coach in Nigeria on the payroll of NFF, come out with claims of indebtedness if you know they didn't pay you, because there are some rumor going around that Christian Chukwu is being owed, and as a matter of fact, they said, come out if you know we are owing you. And of course, this is coming in the wake of accusation that NFF owed the later 1980 AFCON winning captain Christian Chukwu the sum of $128,000. My God. Chukwu actually died his past. He died on Saturday,
yes,
in Enugu State. And of course, he died at the age of 74 years. And of course, in an interview he gave in 2024, that was just last year, in which he accused the NFF of owing him, resurfaced again after he has passed on. You know, in Nigeria, sometimes when people passed, when people are no more alive, that's when you begin to hear things. But then, in an interview that he granted just last year in 2024, it was being said that he's been owed by the NFF and all of that. But looking at all of that issue now, what would you have to say about not just coaches? If you remember, when President Tinubu came up, he said all the money that was being owed the national team, both female and male, should be cleared. It will surprise you that some are still being owed till today.
Yes.
You understand? And most times people tend to blame these guys. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing all of that? But now NFF is coming out to say, well, if you know we are owing you, come out and say it. What would you have to say about the relationship and the way coaches and players are being owed in this country? Does it have any impact?
It does a lot. You see, just like I was telling about history. In this country, part of us here will fail to keep history. We don't keep history. That's the problem with Nigerians. You can imagine a player like somebody like Christian Chukwu. He has served this country as a player, captain this country. Do you understand? Come back and serve this country as a coach. Come on. Now, this same person complained just last year about him being owned. What did they say about it? Nothing. Nobody came out to talk anything about it. So now that he's dead. And now you're coming out to say if there's any coaches in the payroll that have any clue of or being owed by the national team should come out. You see, if I would say this, if I say this openly, I will tell you, the Nigerians who doesn't honor our heroes, no, they don't do it. They don't ask about you tomorrow. If they do, you don't have to tell the coaches now that if you're under any payroll, you can come out now with any claim. I think it's even better, these people should be being paid, whether you're serving or not. As a coach, you've served this country. It's even mandatory, it's your right that certain amount should be paid to you every month, even if you are still coaching any national team or not. Because probably if you're out of job, you need to be survive with your family. So you are owed to be paid. So it's just a loss to the family of Christian Chukwu, and I sincere condolence to the family. I don't know. You know, Nigeria is not a place where you want to fight for your money and get it tomorrow. So this is just...
We even have pensioners, okay?
So
pensioners out there who are looking for their money every day. But then it's so bad for somebody like Christian Chukwu to be owed $128,000. You know how much that is. How comes you're owing a coach that much?
You see, we're talking about the money now. Talking about this man's struggle when he was sick. It was even individual people that were saving this man, coming for his rescue. What happened to the national team? What happened to the NFL? What are they doing? So, come on.
Well, that's unfortunate. Christian Chukwu is gone. I don't know, but then I think it's better to celebrate these people, make them have whatever they need before they actually pass on. And now moving away from there to Still Talk Sport live on your screen. Right now, Flying Eagles head coach talking about Aliu Zubairu has planned and played down notions that the Nigerians under-20 team are in a group of death for the 2024 under-20 African Cup of Nations going down in Egypt during the new draw that was conducted on Sunday. Nigeria were drawn in a Group B where they will face Tunisia, Kenya, and Morocco as they hope to win their 8th continental title. As a matter of fact, as I speak with you right now, the Flying Eagles were formally drawn alongside Egypt, South Africa, and Morocco. But a new draw was occasioned by the withdrawal of former host Ivory Coast. Everybody was surprised. Why should Ivory Coast actually pull out of that hosting right following their draw for the tournament, which kicks off on April 27 in Egypt? And of course, the El Kanemi Warriors, GAFA, believe it is a preparation that will make the difference. All that we need, whether we are in a very difficult group, whether we are in a simple group, all we need is preparation. And when preparation meets opportunity, you strike. And of course, they said you are lucky. But looking at this game so far, looking at where Nigeria is being drawn alongside Egypt, South Africa, and Morocco, is it the way you smile? Of course, I know you're thinking about something.
Yeah, you know, it's actually a dead zone draw. We're actually in a dead zone group. But believe me, football is all about being played after 90 minutes. Do you understand me? But Morocco, these are guys that the Egypt believe me, we're actually in the group where surviving is actually out of the day. But I believe with all preparation they had already, they had a good coach and they've been preparing so well. I believe they'll do better.
They'll do better. Well, you see them getting out of that group, probably top in the group, because these guys have a good record. But then you can predict. This is a game. Like you said, everything comes out after the 90 minutes. All right, let's see what will happen after the 90 minutes. The countries we are playing with, Egypt and of course Morocco. My God. Well, let's look at that and see what is going to be happening. We want to talk about hooliganism in the Nigerian Professional Football League. A lot of Nigerians don't like watching the Nigerian Professional Football League for reasons best known to them. Some persons who want to, even if it is 10,000 naira, they want to pay to watch Arsenal and of course Real Madrid, to watch Chelsea and Manchester United. to watch Barcelona and Real Madrid, but when it comes to our home games, people don't like watching it. Even if you say the gate fee is free, okay, let's say Lobby Star is playing with Nasarawa United and the gate fee is free. Some persons don't even want to go watch it. Now, let's look at the issue of hooliganism. Just last week, we were talking right here how because of crowd invasion, a club was fined 5 million naira. We've not finished talking about it. Recently, we heard how the match official have to disguise, put on a police uniform to escape from the field because of crowd hooliganism. Now, let me take you to something very quickly. Let me inform our fans what is going on right here as PFL have already banished Nasarawa United to Gombe. They don't go to Gombe anymore. Anything that will take them to Gombe is no. And apart from that, we're also being fined 6 million naira for fans' restiveness. Nasarawa United have been hit with an exile from their Lafia Township Stadium. They won't play any of their games in Lafia anymore. Rather, they will need to go to Gombe all the way. You know what it means? From Nasarawa here, you are traveling all the way to Gombe. Now, God, well, that's just a punishment for them. And of course, Lafia Township Stadium, their home ground, they won't play there anymore. They have been imposed a fine of 6 million naira for repeated offenses. You do it the first time, you have been reprimanded or maybe being warned, and you keep doing it again, and they are coming out to say, hey, come on, this is one too many, and they've been fined so far because of repeated offenses of inadequate security and fans' restiveness. Most of the problems we have is the fans, invasion of the field, beating officials, match officials. You know, these things happen all the time, and this is because of the home advantage thing. If you're playing with any club and you're going to play in their home, you have the assurance that, yeah, we are playing at home, we are going to win. And it is not supposed to be so, just like the way it happens in developed world. Why do we keep having this thing repeatedly? It keeps happening all the time. You know, you are a coach, so you should be worried about this, because one day your club may be enlisted in the MPFL, and you start playing and you begin to see all of this hooliganism from fans and some unscrupulous elements. What would you have to say? How do we handle this situation? Where is the problem coming from? Is it from the fans? Is it from the club? Is it from the state? Oh, I don't know. Let's talk about it.
You see, I will tell you, the league is already getting better to me, I'll tell you.
Compared to how
it has been before. It has been where you find it very difficult to see people come to the stadium to watch ball due to the fact that nothing serious comes in. They always believe the home team will win. Do you understand? Unlike before now, you hardly see fans invading the field to beat any other person because they already believe they will win the match. But right now, it's 50-50. No home, no away. So the league is actually getting more better now. So why you find all these things? It's just, for me, I feel the NFL will do better in beefing more security. Do you understand? Because they are in the dice position where they don't want to lose. They are playing at home, and now the whole league is open, where you don't see somebody at home thinking you win tomorrow. No, you're playing at home. Even the away team can come and get a point from your home. So the fans now, because they are not being orientated, where you feel you want to talk to the fans that, look, the league is open. Everybody can come here and win. If we do better, we win. If we don't do better, the away team can actually win. So when this thing is not getting to the fans, you find out that they get it all round. That's where you see the invasion of field and everything. Finally, the beat coach, he beats their officials. I feel the NFL, it's actually up to them to just beef up the more security. And banning them to Gombe, that was too far. You've already find these people. But I feel if you're bringing them to Abuja, it's more easier for them to come in. Abuja could have been the better ground for them to.
But remember, it's punishment.
Yeah, but
so they want something that they will feel the pain.
You already punish them by fining them already. Even
6 million.
Yeah, even if you're punishing them, you bring them to Abuja. Do you understand? But taking them to Gombe.
Taking them to Gombe, he said Gombe is too far, so it's better to take them to Abuja. But Abuja and Nasarawa, they are just neighbors.
Yeah, no, so it's okay. But just like bringing them here, all eyes will also come and see them where they played.
Okay.
Yes.
But then their fans will not have the upper hand anymore because they are not playing back at home. No. But then, do you think the federal government also, the NFF will have a role to play in that, or maybe the MPFL, you know, the officials, they also have roles to play. Like you talk about orientation. They should also do orientation, talk to the players. But the coaches, I think the coaches have more work to do because the coaches, they know their players and they know their fans too, because they will need to talk to the fans and say, this, like you said. They need to give them the orientation. But why are they not doing it?
You see, it's just fall back to the NFL, like you said. You making it a league, a standard league. We're trying to get a standard league here. Just like I said, that they've tried their own best. Where we're talking about the league now compared to the previous league we've been playing. Now, it's all about bringing out time to orientate this team, these clubs, these chances and the damage. If you're setting up a league where social teams are coming to play, for instance, if you are bringing Kano Pillars to Nasarawa to play, do you understand me? These are two not announced teams. And you know very well that fans can actually travel from Kano to Nasarawa to watch match because those are die-hard fans. Do you get? Imagine bringing fans from Nasarawa, from Kano to play the match in Nasarawa. These are two like-minded set of people. You definitely have to get one or two things like that. So all you need to do before time, you try to beef up more security. How to curtail this, because it can actually happen. If Kano Pillars are in a better chance winning Nasarawa, you don't expect the fans to keep quiet. Neither do you expect the fans from Kano that travel down to Nasarawa to keep quiet, because they feel we are one. Whatever you feel you can do, we can do it better than you.
All right. I think the Benga Elubele's administration will need to do something about it. And of course, those in charge of NPFL, they need to do in charge of it, because NFF is actually Nigeria Football Federation in charge of the Golden Eagle, the Super Eagles, and all these big football teams in Nigeria. Now, moving away from there, let's talk about other things happening from the world of sport right now, as we move very fast to the fact that so many people have believed that Lobby Stars relegation is coming as a surprise after 27 years in the MPFL. I know you are the way you smile. You see, so many things have happened to Lobby Stars in the past. You know, we can always call spade a spade. You know, first of all, they don't even have a stadium. There is nothing like home game. The Aperaco Stadium has been under construction for only God knows, since God knows when. And looking at what is happening, the earlier boys, looking at what is happening, the way they are playing and everything. In fact, at a point, their salary was even slashed. The players. Yes. Remember how many coaches they had? They removed their coach, brought in Daniel Amokachi. Before we say, hey, what's happening? Daniel Amokachi said it's not doing again. Yes. Talking about the Bull. He said it's not doing again. And they were scared of relegation. And look at where they are. As a matter of fact, Lobby Stars, 27 years stay in the Nigerian Premier Football League game, came to a painful end on Saturday evening following a 2-0 defeat to Kano Pillars at the Sani Abacha Stadium. The nomadic side, without a permanent home ground, entered match day 33, rooted to the bottom of the league and in desperate need of a result. But the goals from Ahmed Musa and Nazir Wole Ibrahim confirmed of their relegation with 5 matches left to play, despite holding off the host side in the first half. Lobby's defense was eventually breached 10 minutes after the restart, with veteran midfielder Rabiu Ali set up Musa to actually fire home the opener. You know, in a game where you have Rabiu Ali and you have Ahmed Musa, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Ahmed Musa was the captain of the Super Eagles. Some people said he's still the captain, as a matter of fact, because you just see 1 or 2 times, you still see his name in the shortlist. And of course, if it's not in the field, you see the defender Trus Ekong wearing the band and all of that. With Lobby now, they are pushing for a late equalizer, but they couldn't get it. But it's so unfortunate that Lobby is standing in the top flight division. The result extends Lobby Stars winless streak to 17 matches. Play 17 matches, you can't cannot win 17 matches. What are we talking about right here? What's happening to the Benue people apart from the massacre everywhere? We are just hearing stories from left, right, back, and center about Benue State. Nothing. I don't see. Well, I don't want to say what I'm then saying now, but then looking at Lobby Stars, this is not the Lobby Star we used to know. What's wrong?
Really,
What's wrong, Peter? What's wrong?
See, it's actually painful for a team like Lobby Star with the crops of players
Yes.
and facing this relegation thing. It's just really painful. But to tell you the truth, for the start of the league, they start so slow. Do you understand me? And I think it's from the management. Because right from time, they were supposed to curtail all this. Because, and to tell you the fact, it's actually funny that their relegation was decided in Caniplus. You know, Caniplus just come out for relegation. And to this now, they are the ones sending Lobby Star back to their confirmed. You know, they were actually on the way of relegation, but Caniplus confirmed the relegation on Saturday. That's the really funny part there. But again, football is not over. They might really go back and come back strong again. But for now,
are you sure Lobby Star can come out of this relegation?
Caniplus did the same thing, so theirs is not different.
See, you play 17 games, you couldn't win one. In fact, there have been rumor. I'm even thinking that some of the players may leave. Because the problem, like you said, the problem is from the management. And the same management deducted their salary.
Yes. And they had a coach that one of the players that were discussing said one of the coach was telling them not to bring phone, you know. Was asking them to drop their phone. I think they were having like a meeting or something like that where a coach would tell you not to use your phone. You can tell some. These are professionals. These are English. If you are looking at Premier League, these are our Premier League. So there are some rules you don't tell some of the players. You don't tell me not to use my phone. It's just crazy. But I just feel the management need to do more better. That if you go back and come back as quick as you think.
From relegation. Well,
yes.
That's what Peter is predicting. My guest is saying, the analyst is saying, well, we wish them not a long stay in relegation.
Yes.
Let them come back like Caterpillar. See, it's actually funny. I am coming out of relegation and pushing somebody else. Well, by looking at the likes of Rabiu Ali, looking at Ahmed Musa and the host of other players that are in Kano Pillars, I know their relegation wouldn't take so much time before they actually get out of it. Moving away from there, let's talk a little bit about some of our players who are playing their trades outside the shores of Nigeria. But that's going to be coming up after this short break. We're taking you straight away to Galatasaray after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back from that break. It is still TalkSport live on your screen. This is Global Television on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. You can also download the Global TV mobile app on Android and Play Store so that you can follow our broadcast. You can enjoy sports, talk sport from any part of the world. If you're traveling out of Nigeria, good and fine. You don't have anything to fear because you will still be watching Talk Sport and every other programs on Global Television. let's talk a little bit about some of our players who are plying their trade outside the shores of this country. How are they doing? I'm going straight to Galatasaray, where they are reportedly eyeing a sensational swap for Nigerian international, talking about Bright Osai Samuel, and of course whose contact with the rivals Fenerbahce expired at the end of this season. His contract is expiring at the end of this season, and according to the Turkish football expert talking about Fatmak editor-in-chief of Zeki, he said the Super Eagles defender would consider the controversial cross-city switch if he is, of course, preferred move to the English Premier League fails to materialize. This is an option for him. Galatasaray, on their own part in the game for Osai, they said the transfer could be like the Bashayi move last year, because his contract is ending and the player wants a lot of money. So that's where the problem is. Looking at Bright Osai, what do you think?
You know, he has done so well, and he's a very, very good defender. But I feel it's even better he stays back in Turkish league. Do you understand me? Because he has gained so many experience, he has grown over time, and he has done so very well. If Galatasaray are coming for him, I think it's even a better move than going to England. Do you understand me? Because there he's going to earn better. And the league, they are doing very well. Very compared to when they are talking about the European league now, you find out that the Turkish league actually doing so well. So I think it's even a very good move for him. If he's going to Galatasaray, I think it's good.
Okay, so it should still remain
just
in
remain
the French
Turkish
league.
league.
Turkish league, I beg your pardon. All right, because the competition, even in England, the competition is so much. So if you are not careful and you, because of money or something, and you go to England, your career may end there, because the competition, a lot of people may be there to bench you. Well, according to him, he said for Osai, it's better for him to remain in the Turkish league. But then, can we talk about Victor Osimhen a little bit? Because he has been in the news. Every club won Victor Osimhen. Every club won Victor Osimhen. Just now, we're talking about Osai, a Nigerian player. Now, Osimhen is in the mix. Even Barcelona and Real Madrid are also in the mix for the Super Eagles player. The striker, Victor Osimhen, gives major hints himself, and of course about his Premier League interest. As a matter of fact, as I speak with you right now, Galatasaray's on-loan striker Victor Osimhen may not be extending his stay with the Turkish Super League anymore, because as I speak with you right now, Osimhen's future has been the subject of intense speculation by a lot of people. In England, in Italy, in Spain, almost everywhere, the Nigerian striker scored 76 goals and provided 12 assists in 132 appearances at Napoli. Well, that is commendable, and helping the Italian side with their first Serie A title in 36 years. They've not won it. This is history, my brother. As a matter of fact, during this 22-23 season, that was what happened since joining Galatasaray on loan in 2024, because of the situation surrounding his transfer. One Chelsea fan is still angry till today that Victor Osimhen didn't go to Chelsea. He's still angry till today. But then some people are still speculating that he may go to Chelsea, but we are not very sure if he will go, looking at the options that he has on his hands right now. He has already scored 29 goals and provided 6 assists in just 33 appearances across all competition. Who will not go for that kind of player? I remember he was also the one that handed over to his own brother, Ademola Lookman, as the African best. So this is history. We're bringing all the way right here to understand what is happening. As I speak with you, Juventus are also said to be interested in his signature. We're talking about Juventus right here, just as Real Madrid are also understood to view him as the ideal replacement for Vinicius Junior. If Vinicius Junior is going, they need a formidable replacement, and they are thinking about Victor Osimhen as we speak, who has already been linked to a big money move to Saudi Pro League. They said, no, I don't want to go there. Then as I speak with with you, Barcelona are also set to battle rivals Real Madrid. I don't know if Real Madrid is going for any player. This their rivalry. You know, today it takes time.
Yes,
I thought since Ronaldo and of course Messi are no longer there, the rivalry will stop, but it has not stopped because Barcelona are also set to battle rivals Real Madrid for the signature of the Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen this summer, with the both Spanish giants eyeing the Napoli forward who has been in the sensational form during his loan spell at Galatasaray. Barcelona they see Osimhen now as a potential alternative to replace Robert Lewandowski. So replacing Vinicius Junior here, and here you're taking Lewandowski. So that is how big this guy is. Big money here we're talking about. But then the Galatasaray club remain committed to the Polish striker leading the attack next season. Let's see what happened. What advice, please? I want you to advise Osimhen right now. Talk to Osimhen right now, and also talk to the clubs that are coming for him. Let's hear you. If he's your brother right now, let's appear you are the manager. You are the one managing Osimhen right now. What will you do?
If I'm opportune to see Osimhen, I'll tell him to remain in Galatasaray. The reason is Osimhen has actually proved himself over time. Do you understand me? He has actually proved himself to be a world-class player. It's not yet time for him to move. Do you understand me? The whole club's actually waiting with their eyes open to see where he goes to. He is having a very good time in Galatasaray. So I feel it's even better for him to remain for more one season.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because for now, he has done so well. Do you get me? He has done everything practically well. The city is cool for him. The fans love him. He has done so well.
They're even worshiping him like an idol.
They worship him. They love
like
him.
An idol.
So for me, I feel if I'm not going back to Napoli, you remain in Galatasaray. They are doing very well. Do you understand me? So that's what I could say, man.
That's what he could say for Osimhen. But then, looking at Barcelona, looking at Real Madrid, looking at the English Premier League clubs coming for Osimhen, and you want him to stay in Galatasaray?
It will be a very better decision for him.
Okay, not to replace Vinicius Junior and Lewandowski.
It will be a very good decision for him to remain
in Galatasaray.
Yes.
But just for one more season. Is it because of the way they are worshipping him, or you feel he's going to be relevant? But some people tell you it's good to leave when the ovation is high.
No, not really. It depends on people's mindset. Everybody have his own different other thinking of things. You see, when he was leaving Napoli, you know what happened and why he left. Now they bring in Lukaku. You could actually compare his play and Lukaku. Lukaku is actually a very good and big player either. So you actually you could compare the both play. Now people are looking at him like, can this guy succeed in Turkish league? He has proved them wrong by doing very well in Turkish league. So now, what everybody's all eyes on him now, like they want him here, they want him here. Come and replace this, come and do that. Come on, this guy he still has more time in his career. Do you understand me? So I feel for me, I would prefer he stays back in Galatasaray for now to get himself fixed. You find out that one or two news who might raise Osimhen this, Osimhen that, but you just need to hold back that fame at that period, this period of time now, to have his own very good time. Going to Barcelona, you still have more time.
All right. Osimhen, you still have more time according to Peter right here, my analyst in the studio. But then you can also get on our social media platform on YouTube right now and drop your comment for us. What do you think about Victor Osimhen living where he is right now in Galatasaray, where he's been almost, they worship him because of the way he has transformed Galatasaray. But then remember the circumstance that moved him from Napoli. I don't know, maybe Napoli should be regretting right now, but they wouldn't want to say it. Don't you think?
Yeah, they are regretting
but they won't tell you.
They won't tell you. They're actually regretting it. Because
okay, Napoli is regretting.
Yes, no, they're actually regretting it very well. Because it was actually out of faith for you, to create a player that after 33 years, after 33 years of history, come on. This should be a player you people adore. Create a statue.
Create his status. Why, my God. Are you praising him because he's your brother or something?
Not really. But you see, it's actually open play. Where you see this guy, he's a die-hard player. Osimhen is somebody that when he goes to the pitch, he doesn't care what will happen next. He's just into play. It's all about the 90 minutes. Do you understand me? That's Osimhen to you. He doesn't even care if anybody's watching him.
But come, if Osimhen would have gone to Chelsea, do you think he would have made any difference?
Believe me.
Or you don't want him to go to Chelsea at all?
Why not? Chelsea is actually a good team and they have a great history there. We have so many of our own players that played there. They did very well. Chelsea is actually a family club, and I believe Osimhen will actually do better there. But again, why I'm trying to tell you all these things, Osimhen is already in Turkish league and is doing very well. That's what I'm just saying. Anywhere Osimhen goes to, Osimhen is actually a player you can actually bake on.
I think that's it for me. You just nailed it. Anywhere, if you like. Fish na fish. If you put her for water anywhere, he go swim.
Yes.
That's beautiful. We'll still talking sport right here, talking about Victor Osimhen. We can't talk about Victor Osimhen and don't talk about the young man that he handed over the baton to in Africa. That's the star man, Lookman, who has confirmed his exit from Atlanta. As we speak right now, Nigerian forward Ademola Lookman has reportedly made a firm decision regarding his future, with sources indicating that his time at Atlanta is already drawing to a close. According to the media, it was made known on Sunday that Lookman, who has been a key player for the Abregano-based club, already is preparing for a departure at the end of the season. Of course, I don't know, but Ademola Lookman has already made the most important decision about his future, and he will no longer be at Atlanta, according to what the transfer guru have said. Of course, as we speak right now, the gentleman's agreement between the parties involved confirmed that the parting of ways is imminent. Nothing is stopping it anymore. Do you think it should leave now? Because we're talking about Osimhen. I say no. The Turkish league is where he should remain. What about Ademola Lookman? Should he leave?
Same thing to him.
He should stay.
He should leave Atlanta, yeah, but stays in Turkey. And
okay, he can leave, but then he should still remain in Turkey.
In Italy.
In Italian league.
Yes. You know what I'm saying this? He finds himself here in Italy. You can't, if you check his history, where he was playing from Bolton and Everton, and he has done very well in this club. But it's just unfortunate that the management fails to understand this is somebody you could keep and adore. It's actually somebody that you can actually adore and watch him grow. He has done so very well, winning you UEFA Champions League. So I feel he should leave Italy and stays in Italy.
Okay, he should stay in Italy.
He stays in Italy.
All right, our time is not on our side. We're about rounding up now. But then, when you're talking sport, time, no, they do. All the time. No wonder you said it's an everyday thing for everyone.
Yes.
All right, now talk sport right here. We're rounding up, but then we can't just close this show without talking about the second leg between Real Madrid and Arsenal. I know you were very surprised when Arsenal won that game, the margin and everything, and you were very surprised the first leg. The second leg is coming up, but then Arsenal midfielder Jorginho has been ruled out of their Champions League quarter-final second leg match with Real Madrid that's going to be happening tomorrow with an injury, and the Italian midfielder, a 33-year-old, was actually withdrawn in the final few minutes of their game that was played in the Premier League, where they drew 1-1 with Brentford with a suspected rib injury. Meaning the Gunners now finished the game with a 10-man Arsenal, and they are also assessing a knock pick up by Ghana midfielder Thomas Partey. Arsenal are 3-0 up against European champions Real Madrid as they head to the Bernabeu for the second leg. Kick off 8 p.m. Nigeria time, and that's going to be Partey, 31, started the Brentford game at right back, but was taken off in the second half after he felt something, according to the manager. So these players might not be in that game. What are you thinking about that game? Once beaten, twice shy. You feel Arsenal is still going to repeat the same thing? Is it going to be possible?
Anything is possible in football. Just like how Madrid are preparing. Madrid, if you check their history back, you find out that they are good in coming back. They've done that countless times. You've seen that. But this time, nah. I say Arsenal go around them this time around, because if you watch the first leg, believe me, what happened in that game was just unbelievable. They never expected that. In fact, even
you were surprised.
Yeah, I was totally surprised, because Madrid never expected to come to Arsenal and lost that woefully. That game should have just been like 1-1 or 2-1. Did you get? But 3-0, come on.
3-0. No reply goal. 3-0. Beat them like say them the children.
No.
Right, so it's so amazing.
It's actually the comeback here for me. Come on, it's 50-50. Yeah.
It's 50-50.
Yes.
What if Real Madrid comes back and beats them like 3-0 too?
It's
That's
not a
good
surprise. It's
reply.
not a surprise, but
It's going to be
what I watched on the first leg, it's really be hard for them.
I am thinking that Arsenal is going to come with everything that they have.
Yes.
It's going to be more like a do or die game for them.
True. But Madrid will always be Madrid, you know. They have good history of coming back. So anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Well, Peter couldn't hold it back. He keeps saying, come back. Real Madrid have a history. Coming back, anything can happen. They may come back. All right, let's just keep our fingers crossed and see what's going to be happening. Just some hours away from now, that game is going to be going down. Let's see who is going to be the king in that game. 3-0 was how the first leg went. The second leg is coming. When? I don't know if there's going to be a reply, okay, of 3-0 from Real Madrid, but then my analysts have said a comeback is possible. So let's see what's going to happen to Real Madrid. And of course, Arsenal have not also come to that game to sleep. I am thinking they are going to come up with every Arsenal, everything they have on their inside, even though we are suspecting that some of their players may not be in the field of play, but then that won't deter them. They will come out with everything to make sure they prove history and they make history. All right, a big thank you to you, Peter Endo, Augustine, for coming around on TalkSport today.
It's always a pleasure to me.
All right, fans, time will not permit us to continue with TalkSport. It's so sweet. I don't want to end the show, but then even Peter himself wouldn't want us to end the show, but then we don't have any choice right now because time is not our friend and we can't turn back the hands of time. Remember, Sport ignites, Sport unite. You can't have a double dose of sport, and that's why people get it day and night. Stay on TalkSport every day as we bring it to you on Global Television. My name is Ramsey Enoch. Bye-bye for now.